IELTS writing practice, a memorable holiday. Holidays are a special time when we break free from our daily routines. They allow us to relax, explore new places, and create lasting memories. Today, I would like to share the story of a memorable holiday that taught me the value of family, nature, and adventure. Planning the holiday. Last year, my family and I decided to take a trip to a small village located in the mountains. We had been discussing this idea for months because we wanted to escape the noisy and busy city life. Our plan was to spend 1 week enjoying the fresh air, beautiful views, and peaceful environment. My parents took care of most of the arrangements. They booked a cozy wooden cabin that was surrounded by tall pine trees. My sister and I were in charge of packing essentials like warm clothes, food, and games. We were all excited and eager to begin our journey. The trip started early in the morning. As we drove away from the city, the scenery began to change. Tall buildings and crowded streets gave way to green fields, hills, and rivers. The fresh air was refreshing, and the sound of birds chirping was music to our ears. It was a long drive, but we enjoyed every moment of it. We stopped at a small cafe on the way and had breakfast. The food was delicious, especially the homemade bread and honey. We also clicked many pictures to capture these happy moments. Arriving at the destination. When we reached the village, it felt like stepping into a fairy tale. The air was cool and smelled of pine trees. Our cabin was even better than we imagined. It had a large living room with a fireplace, a small kitchen, and 2 bedrooms. Outside, there was a wooden bench where we could sit and enjoy the view of the mountains. The first thing we did was unpack our bags and settle in. Later, we explored the area around the cabin. There was a small stream nearby, and we could hear the soothing sound of water flowing. It was such a peaceful and magical place. Activities during the holiday. Every day of the holiday was full of exciting activities. One of the most memorable experiences was hiking. My family and I went on several hikes through the forest. The trails were surrounded by tall trees, wildflowers, and butterflies. On one hike, we reached a hilltop from where we could see the entire valley. The view was breathtaking, and we took a lot of pictures. Another fun activity was fishing. My father taught my sister and me how to catch fish using a fishing rod. It was not easy at first, but after a few tries, we managed to catch some small fish. We felt so proud of ourselves. We even cooked the fish later for dinner, and it tasted amazing. In the evenings, we gathered around the fireplace and shared stories. My parents told us about their childhood, and my sister and I shared funny moments from school. We also played card games and watched the stars in the night sky. Living in the city, we never realized how beautiful and clear the stars could be. Challenges we faced. While the holiday was mostly perfect, it wasn't without challenges. One day it rained heavily and we couldn't go outside. We were disappointed because we had planned to visit a nearby lake. However, we made the best of the situation by staying indoors and cooking a big family meal together. Another challenge was the lack of mobile network and internet. At first, it felt strange not being able to use our phones, but soon we realized it was a blessing in disguise. Without distractions, we spent more quality time together as a family. Lessons learned. This holiday taught me many important lessons. First, I learned the value of spending time with family. In our busy lives, we often forget to connect with our loved ones. This trip gave us the chance to strengthen our bond. Second, I realized how important it is to appreciate nature. The beauty of the mountains, the fresh air, and the peaceful environment made me understand why it's necessary to protect our planet. Finally, I learned the joy of simple living. Without modern gadgets and city luxuries, we found happiness in small things like playing games, sharing meals, and enjoying the beauty around us. Returning home. After a week, it was time to return home. We felt a mix of emotions. On one hand, we were sad to leave such a beautiful place. On the other hand, we were happy to take back wonderful memories. The journey back was quieter as we reflected on the experiences we had. When we reached home, we shared stories and photos with our friends and relatives. Everyone was impressed by how much fun we had. Conclusion. In conclusion, this holiday was one of the most memorable experiences of my life. It reminded me of the importance of family, the beauty of nature, and the value of disconnecting from technology. If I had the chance, I would love to visit that mountain village again. Until then, I will cherish the memories and continue to appreciate the simple joys of life. Here's a list of key vocabulary from the article, along with their meanings and examples of how to use them. 1. Memorable. Meaning, worth remembering or easily remembered because it is special or unique. Usage in the article: a memorable holiday that taught me the value of family, nature, and adventure. Example sentence: my graduation day was a memorable occasion. 2. Arrangements, meaning plans or preparations made in advance for an event or activity. Usage in the article: my parents took care of most of the arrangements. Example sentence: we made all the arrangements for the wedding a month before the event. 3. Cozy. Meaning comfortable, warm, and inviting, especially in a small or enclosed space. Usage in the article: they booked a cozy wooden cabin surrounded by tall pine trees. Example sentence: the cafe had a cozy atmosphere, perfect for a cold winter day. 4. Refreshing, meaning making you feel fresh, relaxed, or revitalized. Usage in the article: the fresh air was refreshing and the sound of birds chirping was music to our ears. Example sentence: a cold drink is always refreshing on a hot summer day. 5. Breathtaking, meaning extremely impressive, beautiful, or surprising. Usage in the article: the view was breathtaking and we took a lot of pictures. Example sentence: the sunset over the ocean was absolutely breathtaking. 6. Challenges, meaning difficulties or obstacles that require effort to overcome. Usage in the article: while the holiday was mostly perfect, it wasn't without challenges. Example sentence: learning a new language comes with its own challenges, but it's rewarding. 7. Disappointed, meaning feeling sad or unhappy because something did not meet expectations. Usage in the article: we were disappointed because we had planned to visit a nearby lake. Example sentence: she was disappointed when her favorite restaurant was closed. 8. Blessing in disguise, meaning something that seems bad at first but turns out to be good. Usage in the article: we realized it was a blessing in disguise. Example sentence: losing my job was a blessing in disguise because I started my own business. 9. Bond, meaning a strong connection or relationship between people. Usage in the article: this trip gave us the chance to strengthen our bond. Example sentence: family holidays can help strengthen the bond between parents and children. 10. Cherish, meaning to hold something dear and appreciate it deeply. Usage in the article: I will cherish the memories and continue to appreciate the simple joys of life. Example sentence: she cherishes the moments she spends with her grandparents. How these words are useful. For IELTS writing. These words can make your writing more descriptive and vivid. They show a good range of vocabulary suitable for a B1 level. For speaking, you can use these words to add depth and emotion to your responses in the IELTS speaking test. For everyday English, these are common words and phrases that can be used in conversations, emails, or stories. Sample for practice. Sample 1, a family trip to the mountains. Last year, I went on a memorable holiday with my family to the mountains. We stayed in a cozy cabin surrounded by beautiful pine trees. Every morning, we went hiking and enjoyed the breathtaking views of the valleys and rivers. One day, it rained heavily and we couldn't go outside. At first, we felt disappointed, but we ended up cooking together and playing games by the fireplace. This trip strengthened our bond as a family, and I will always cherish the memories of that peaceful week. Sample 2, a beach adventure. My most memorable holiday was a week-long trip to the beach with my friends. The soft sand and blue water were refreshing, and the sunsets were truly breathtaking. We spent our days swimming, building sandcastles, and eating fresh seafood. There were some challenges, like getting sunburned on the first day, but it didn't ruin the fun. We also tried jet skiing, which was an exciting new experience. This holiday reminded me of the importance of enjoying life's simple pleasures. Sample 3. Exploring a historic city. One holiday I will never forget was my trip to Kyoto, Japan. The city was filled with ancient temples, beautiful gardens, and traditional houses. Walking through the narrow streets felt like traveling back in time. I faced some challenges communicating with locals, but everyone was friendly and helpful. One breathtaking moment was visiting a bamboo forest, which was quiet and magical. I will always cherish this trip because it taught me about another culture and gave me unforgettable memories. Sample 4. Camping in the wilderness. A few months ago, I went on a camping trip with my cousins, and it turned out to be one of the most memorable holidays of my life. We pitched our tents near a river and spent the days fishing, hiking, and telling stories around the campfire. The breathtaking starry sky at night was something I had never seen before. There were some challenges, like setting up the tents in the wind, but we worked together and made it fun. This trip helped us bond and reminded me of the beauty of nature. Sample 5. A cruise experience. My most memorable holiday was a cruise trip with my family. We sailed to several beautiful islands, each with its unique charm. The ship itself was like a floating city with pools, restaurants, and entertainment. One breathtaking moment was watching dolphins swim alongside the ship at sunset. Although I faced a challenge when I got seasick for a day, the rest of the trip made up for it. This holiday was a blessing in disguise because it gave me the chance to relax and spend quality time with my loved ones. Sample 6. Last summer, I had a memorable holiday with my best friends. We visited a small seaside town with beautiful beaches and clear blue water. The weather was warm and refreshing, perfect for swimming and sunbathing. We spent hours walking along the shore, and the view of the sunset was absolutely breathtaking. This holiday strengthened the bond between us, and I will always cherish the memories we made. Sample 7. During my most memorable holiday, I traveled to a mountain village with my family. We stayed in a cozy wooden cabin surrounded by tall trees. Although there were a few challenges, like no internet and bad weather on one day, we made the best of it by playing board games and cooking together. This holiday was a blessing in disguise because it brought us closer as a family. Sample 8. One of the most memorable holidays I've had was a trip to Paris. The city's beauty was breathtaking, especially the Eiffel Tower at night. However, I faced some challenges, like finding my way around without speaking much French. Despite this, I felt so lucky to explore such an amazing place. I took hundreds of photos and will cherish those memories forever. Sample 9. Last winter, I had a memorable experience in a snowy mountain resort. The arrangements were perfect: a warm, cozy cabin, delicious meals, and fun activities like skiing. The weather was refreshing, and the view of the snow-covered trees was breathtaking. I overcame the challenge of learning to ski for the first time, and it was so exciting. This holiday taught me the value of trying new things and enjoying nature. Sample 10. My most memorable holiday was a camping trip to a forest. There was no internet, which at first seemed like a challenge, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. We spent the evenings under a starry sky, which was absolutely breathtaking. The bond I built with my friends during this time was amazing. I will always cherish the peace and joy I felt on that trip.